164 points. Am I the luckiest manager or not? Well, Fantasy Football Hub certainly thinks that I am, and I decided to put this badge up here for you guys because I totally think I am the luckiest manager. I'm going to show you why, take a good recap at my Game Week 24, which is really great, and reveal my Game Week 25, just so you can see the decisions as to why I actually am going big at the back. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys. Let us take a look at the luck, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I am gonna take all the luck you throw my way. So it was another phenomenal game week where I took another 12-point hit and I came out on top with another. I think this is my highest score. Like in my FPL history, I'm not even gonna lie to you, this must be my highest score. And I think it definitely has props to do with the assistant manager, which got me 22 points, as you can see over there. It slides between my assistant manager points and where the allocation came from, and also my points for the game week. I rose a whopping 200 levels, ranks, a whopping 200, and I was sitting like on 300k. So honestly, a really great game week for me. I think Pickford came through really nice. Alexandra, disappointing just that he had to come on into the second half. Maybe it might have made a difference, maybe not, but I'm happy he didn't. I'm actually happy the way the game turned out, with Virgil as well coming in with 6. Munoz being my man, one of my men of the week actually, with 11 points. Something in me was just like, no, play him over Gabriel. To be honest, I just felt like Arsenal would concede. And yeah, man, they just did. You know, I think it was also, I said it all the time, Arsenal and Man City have tend to be the same, in the sense that Arsenal's now, they got a great defense, but they just tend to let that one goal through. Rodgers coming in being disappointing. Going to skip ahead along with Watkins because they're in the same team. Was really expecting a lot more from them, and I brought Watkins in this game week, in that game week 24, because I was looking at him playing the double as well in game week 25. So I thought, well, Wolves plus the double as well with Ipswich, I mean, he should do well. Palmer coming in with an assist. I'm very happy he didn't necessarily blank. So that really did help. Salah coming in with the captaincy. I just want to say to those who triple captained versus those who used the assistant manager chip, I don't think either way was wrong. I say that as a Moyes owner, because I think if you triple captain, this was the best game week to actually triple captain. Literally, it was higher than my triple captain, and I triple captained Haaland in game week 2, where he got 54 points, and you guys got about like 60 something points. You know what I mean? So, well, maybe more than 60 something points, I think. So yeah, this was definitely the game week to actually triple captain Haaland. But at the same time, I think it was the best game week to also use your assistant manager, because you have 5 games instead of 3 games. So you have 2 extra games. And yeah, also going with the fact of Moyes, I think it just makes logical sense in my position, where I'm trying to gain lots of rank, and it worked this week and it could not work the next week. And you'll see who I'm going to be changing my manager to. But if you've got an easy fixture and then a table bonus fixture, and it's a double game week, you take that chance, because that's great risk gives you great reward, and this was the great reward that we received. So I think either way you went, it wasn't wrong. I think the slot managers were unlucky, but I would still stay on slot, because like I said, it depends what position you're in. If you're trying to maintain your rank and you're like, look, I just want to end on a good rank for the season, I'm just going to go with slot and collect the points. But if you're like chasing and you want to gain mass rank, then I think, I believe that Everton could get a draw. I also believe that Aston Villa is a team which is competent enough to get a result against Liverpool. Literally, they're a Champions League team, and they performed really well as well. So during the week, this very well with their Champions League performances as well. So I expect them to, and with Slot having the red card as well, I'm not sure what that means, if he's going to be available for that game as well, whether it's a 2-match ban or not, but that's going to make things even more interesting, So let's see. Gibbs coming through for 16 points, along with Ndai at 9, Wood 17. Just going to speed pass through this as well so we can get to my team reveal for you guys. That's my team, honestly. Nottingham Forest really did come through for me. Gibbs White as well. The decision making there was really just knowing how they play in terms of going on the break and how involved Gibbs White is, along with Wood. I brought in Hoyson for this next game week, but I was actually thinking between him and Nico Williams, who scored, I think, 12 points. And that's what made me go, let me rather put in Munoz over Gabriel, because I was like, Munoz is always up there. Gabriel's not fully on the threat. And right now, the crosses coming into Arsenal the delivery hasn't necessarily been all that great. So I'm really happy that Munoz at least got a point less than Nico Williams, which is the transfer that I didn't go for. Guys, if you are loving that, please hit that like button, and also make sure that you subscribe. It goes a long way for the channel in supporting me. Thank you so much for everybody else who has subscribed and who is watching. Really love the support. Big shout out to Joseph Robinson, always in the comments as well. And in fact, he is at the top of the Fantasy Football G table, a real G when it comes to fantasy. Really great. Following him and his team as well. I'm always looking at number 1, trying to see what he's doing and catch up to him as well. But it's not easy. He has not made it easy at all. He's still got his chips as well. So it's going to be a tough one. But I think just taking the time now, you can also get into the league. The league code is in the description below. If you want to join the league, I always shout out the top 10. As I mentioned, Joseph Robinson at the top there. Very close coming in at number 2, Killer Squad, which is me. Marcel Oscar making a comeback of note. He kept being in around there at that number 8, number 10. But dog, he is back. Dallas Dominators, not going anywhere. He's always in the top 4. Always in the top 4. Kev, man, I'm impressed, dog. Really impressed. Keep it up. Slotting them away is Thiago, coming with a real comeback. He was not even in the top 10 for the majority of from game week 10 to 20. And now we're in the game week 20s. He's like a late riser. So he was battling with me last season in this league as well. So don't take him lightly. Keep an eye on him. He's making a big comeback. You can see jumped up 4 places there. Jumping up 7 places right behind him is here. That's how I spelled it. Here, there, here. Right behind him as well. Huge rank jump as well. And then Sono FC as well. Coming back into the picture. I don't feel like I've seen you in a while. Annie D slipping down there a bit. But then the points are still close there. So don't lose faith, along with Saka Boom, also making a comeback into the top 10. He was out, and Macaroni Cheese falling down there as well. Bloodline FC jumping right back up 6 points, 6 places, tie there with Macaroni and Cheese as well. So well done, guys. Really well done. The season's looking really good. As I mentioned, I'm always looking at the table. I'm always trying to see if I can open up the gap between you guys and close it with the Tempestuous Sea, which is honestly roaring and sailing full speed ahead of us. Let's go into my team selection now. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of a glitch there from my side. I hope you guys are still with me. Team selection. I'm going to start with Raya in goal. I do have Pickford on the bench. I just feel like it's Leicester. I think Crystal Palace versus Everton. I think Crystal Palace is definitely going to score there. We all know how Mateta's on fire, and I think Arsenal's defense is a lot more formidable right now than their strike force. So I'm expecting them to keep a clean sheet there, in all honesty. Then the big reveal when it comes to the back, I am going big at the back. And I think when you look at the fixtures of these players, it all says why. You know, I mean, you got Trent with a double fixture there, Virgil double fixture there, great fixtures as well. Munoz with Everton there, having just lost Ndai, and they also don't have a Calvert-Lewin. They've only got a Beto. Decore, I think, might have a red card. I think he might have been carded, but nonetheless, it's taken a bit of poison out of their attack there. So I think that Crystal Palace can hold them back. They have been informed when it comes to clean sheets there. So I think Munoz can definitely grab a clean sheet there, and hopefully another assist as well. Maybe grabbing some bonus points along with it as well. So that's what I'm really hoping for there. And you can't bench him now. He's in form. Then you got Gabriel as well. Very same comments as David Raya there. And then you got Huijsen. So I want to know from you guys in the comments, who would you bench from this back? Because I'm not going with the big back, 5 at the back because I want to. I'm just like, who do I bench? In all honesty, let's take a look at my midfield. Rodgers with the double fixture, Palmer against Brighton away, and Mo Salah, of course, with the captaincy. I think that really speaks for itself. I think that really speaks for itself, and that really mentions that you've got Gibbs on the bench. They're playing Fulham, and then you've also got Sarr as well, who hasn't necessarily been in form. He hasn't really been in form. So for me, I'm just like, I'm talking about Sarr not being in form. If I was to bring in, Gibbs White, I don't think he can do better than a Munoz against Fulham away. Because Fulham is really, they're in good shape, guys. They're really in good shape, and they can do damage. I just don't know if Nottingham Forest can perform the way they need to really grab those points. And I know you're probably thinking, Cat, Gibbs White just had a huge game week. I think you should put him in, but in front of who? Let me know in the comments. In front of who? My thought is Huijsen, because Southampton have been scoring, guys. Like, everybody keeps going and targeting them. Remember when they played Newcastle and Newcastle conceded? Remember when they played Nottingham Forest? Nottingham conceded. Remember when they played Man United? Man United conceded. So I do think that Southampton can score, and that's the only person I'm considering of benching and playing maybe a Gibbs White or maybe even a Sarr. But I'd rather play a Gibbs White because of his form as well. So let me know in the comment section. Really, really would love you guys' help in this one. And then my strike force here now is going to be a Wood along with a Ollie Watkins, who I'm fairly confident will be there. I think, he's had enough rest. He was precautionally taken off at halftime. And I think I'm okay with that, considering the points that I still accumulated for this past game week. So I really hope that he starts. Everybody's still thinking, who do I go for if not Ollie Watkins? I think Milan is definitely a good pick, considering he's the one who's been in the training camp, and Unai Emery's had a chance to work with him as well. So I think he also knows how the team plays in the system as well, how it works. So the only transfer that I've made here was one transfer, which I had one free transfer, Moyes to Unai Emery. I do have some Bournemouth FOMO, and I think this is where my thought was if I do really have big FOMO before the deadline and I make a transfer, I might just go Dango for Sarr, because Sarr's going to be blanking. But the thing is, besides him blanking, he just hasn't been performing. So if I do bring in Dango again, it just gives me another benching headache. But I would most likely put Dango in ahead of Huijsen, because I just don't want to do that to take another -4 this game week. I think I was lucky, as again, I was in the past game week, taking a minus 12 and then end up having 164 points, ending up on 152, which is still great. I just don't think I'm going to get that lucky again, you know. But then again, I'm still very, very scared of that 5 in the back. It could go horribly wrong, you know. And I'm not expecting a lot of points on the bench from Saar or Gibbs White. So, yeah, guys, could really use your help in this one. Really, really use your help. But if I do have a lot of FOMO, I think just based on budget, which I don't have right now, I've got 0 in the bank, I would bring in Wataru for Saar, free up some cash, because I am looking at a potential move to Pep if things go according to plan and he does have a game advantage, a points table bonus fixture against Slot again. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, that is my team reveal. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really, really would appreciate it. And also let me know what you think of the team in the comments. Help me out as well with my team. Who should I bench? Should I get Dango Wataru or not? Hit that like button, and here's some more content for you guys if you're trying to figure out who should you bring in terms of Bournemouth and Aston Villa assets for the week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.